This is my R53 Mini Cooper S. It's essentially spent the last few years becoming part of a hedge, and it hasn't been detailed in around 4 years. The wheels are filthy, the glass is absolutely grim, the paintwork feels like sandpaper, and it just looks tired. Now, I reckon it's about time we change that, so let's crack on with the first item on the agenda, those very sad looking OZ Ultralegeras. I also gave the inner arches and wheel wells a bit of seeing too. Now, I don't think this has made much of a difference if I'm honest, but at least they're no longer spider infested, so that's a victory. So, the wheels are clean, but they're not perfect, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, these were powder coated quite poorly a few years ago, and two, they've been sat with brake dust on them now for a good number of years, so I think whatever coating was left has just been eaten away. So there's a lot of areas where it looks like it's dirty, and I think that's the top layer of the powder coat just wearing off. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these, because these are good wheels. They're quite light and they're OZs, so they're quite good. I just don't like the finish, so I'll probably get them repowder coated. Or do I get a different set of wheels? Let me know. Because I'm not always the best prepared, I had to take a little trip out here to go and buy something I knew I'd need. A clay bar. Clay bar has been acquired. Now, I broke tradition as a car enthusiast, and I did not spend my money at Halfords. Instead, I went to my usual spot, which is Motorway in Hessel. If you're anywhere in the Hull area, I can't recommend this place enough. It's a small business, so the guys are very friendly and they'll help you out with any problem you have. They also have a huge range of products. They've got anything from Fuso to Poor Boys, Sam's, Chemical Guys, and the list goes on. They also look after you if you're a regular, they remember a face, and that's why I choose to spend my money there. After that was out of the way, I could really get stuck into the paintwork, which proved to be a rather long process. So first I rinsed the vehicle off, then I did a coat of snow foam to help shift some of the surface dirt, followed by another rinse. The car was then coated again, and then I got to work with the bucket, brushes and wash pad. So now that the car's clean, or as clean as can be at the moment, it's time to move on to this stage, and this is where the clay bar comes in. Now essentially what this does, I am no professional, but this is what I think it does, is it takes off the surface contaminants. So when you run your fingers over the paintwork, and as you'll see earlier on, mine was like sand, all of those bits and grains that are all bedded into the paintwork, that's no good. So this thing pulls them out, and then you should be good for polishing, which is the next step. So let's crack on with this and see how well it does. So we'll start on the bonnet. Now, if I run my hands over here, I can feel all the bits and bobs that are just stuck in the paintwork. I've flattened this bit of clay out. We're going to spray some quick detailer, if the bottle's open. And then just going to work it back and forth and across just to try and lift out as much of those contaminants. So after about 1,000,000 hours of labour today, the car is now clean-ish. It looks pretty good actually, considering it's been sat for so long. It's come up quite good. There's a few more little things on it that I didn't notice before, so more stone chips, more rust bubbles, a little bit more corrosion on things. But for the most part, it looks alright. It's been clay barred as well, which is a good thing. So it's now ready for machine polishing, which is a tomorrow job. Not now, I am starving. Day 2 started off great, because in order to get the Mini inside, I got to start my stupidly loud Honda S2000 for the first time this year. So the Mini is in the garage in place of the S2000, so we're sheltered from the elements, which is good because it's raining today. Some of that's already settled on the paintwork, but I'm going to give it a quick once over, remove all of that, and then we can crack on with polishing, which, if you ask me, is the most nerve-wracking stage of this process. I've polished something once before, I didn't do a very good job, so now I'm deciding I'm going to do an entire car. I have this super heavy cut compound, and then I've also got Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. I have absolutely no idea if these are the correct products to be using. I'm just going to use them. I've also got some pads. So I've got a 25mm deep soft one and then a 25mm deep medium one. I'm not going to lie, I have absolutely no idea what the difference between these two actually is, but I'm going to do the cut on the medium and then I'll do the polish with the soft. Because logically, that seems to work in my brain. So let's crack on with masking off the roof, and then that's going to be my test panel. So at least I'll practice on that. If I mess that up, I'll just end the video. This whole video is just things you shouldn't do while polishing your car. I should probably mention, if you're watching this for inspiration or tips and tricks, don't, because you're probably not going to learn anything. Or at least anything good. You will probably just learn bad practices. So I've been working on this area now for maybe about 20 minutes or so. There's still little scratches. I don't know if you can see them on camera. They might not show up, but there's still little scratches. There's still little marks. I think you see just one there. I think that's an old bird poo remnant, but they're not coming out 100%. So there's still some little scratches just running through there. So I think I'm just going to turn up the speed a little bit, because it looks better. It definitely looks better. It's just not perfect. So I think I want to turn up the speed a little bit, maybe put some more product on, give it a blast, and we'll just try doing the whole roof like that. 14 million hours later, I have finished cutting the roof. I can't believe how much time it's taken to just do cutting on the roof, but it does look a lot better, so that's probably a good thing. It looks more dull, but a lot of the scratches have been taken out. There's a few little spots of corrosion and scratches that still remain, but I don't really want to push my luck and push any harder or turn the heat up, because one, that pad's starting to fall apart, and two, I don't really want to burn it. So I'm quite happy with how this is for now. I'm then going to swap over to this soft pad and start using the Meguiar's polishing compound with the hope that it just makes more shine. I can't speak English, but I hope it makes more shine. So there we go, that is the roof finish. Now I'm not too sure how well it actually comes across on camera. I'm hoping it looks as good on camera as it does in real life, because it's now very, very reflective and there's a lot less surface scratches. I'm very, very pleased with it, if I'm honest. Like, it looks beautiful. The only downside is it's taken an absolute eternity, and I think I've chewed through one of my pads a little bit, so hopefully I'll take it a little bit steadier on the rest of it, but we can crack on and start doing like the sides, the panels, the doors, and the bonnet, of course. So there we go. Pleased with that. I'm not going to lie to you, that was a long process, and I don't think I've done it right, because the car looks better, but it doesn't look 8 hours better, so I'm a little bit lost for words. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't know what I was doing wrong. There's still loads of scratches, and I think I've reintroduced a load of swirl marks by trying to rub all the excess polish and compound off. So I feel like it's better, but it's really not worth the 8 hours that I invested into that. So if you sat at home and you're watching this and you think, oh my god, it looks easy, I'm a bit time consuming, it might be a little bit hard work, but I'll just do it myself. Here's my advice. Don't do it. I don't know, leave it. Your car's not that bad, the paintwork's fine, scratches look great. Anyways, that's enough doom and gloom. It needs a coat of wax before I can put it outside, because it's not really good after you just polished it and stripped things back to then just leave it without any protective coat. Normally I use G-On wet coat, but I don't have to wash the car and then apply the coat wet. So I found some Glisten by Auto Finesse in the back of my cupboard. I think it's about 5 years old, and I don't know if wax goes out of date, so we'll see. One of the few remaining things we've got to do is the glass, because the glass is still absolutely disgusting. So, glass cleaner. Self-explanatory, let's crack on. In the morning I applied some trim restorer, I gave the tyres a layer of tyre shine, gave the exhaust tips a very quick refresh, oh, and then I went to Cadwell. But after that, oh, it's time for the grand reveal. And there we go folks, the Mini is finally clean. Now it's not perfect, but I wasn't going for perfect, so that's totally fine by me. I can see the paintwork now, I can see the wheels a little bit, and it doesn't look as bad. So in my eyes, that's a victory. Now if you enjoyed this video, I'd massively appreciate it if you were to drop a like and maybe even subscribe to the channel. I plan on making lots of videos this year, so it's definitely worth keeping your eyes peeled for. Also, I love talking to people in the comments. I love having a discussion with other enthusiasts, so get one started. What are you working on? What do you think to the video? Do you like the Mini? Does it look like snot? Did I polish it too much? Let me know. Take it easy. I might just start a new series where I just start ranting to a camera while I drive, because I see things everywhere that annoy me. That knob parked on a curb for absolutely no reason because you can fit 4 cars down this street. The car in front that's not indicating properly. That sea of EVs in front that just makes me want to yak up my breakfast. Dirty, dirty electric vehicles. I hate when masking tape and sellotape rip, because you can never find the edge and it sucks. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, God. I don't know why I sniff things. You should never sniff things. Don't do it. Oh my God. Yeah, that looks great. Why doesn't the rest of it look like this? Good God. This stuff takes ages. Like, I've been at it now for about 4 hours, and I've done a roof. Like, that's insane. So, I mean, hats off to any detailers who do this, because it takes a stupid amount of time from what I can gather, unless I'm just being thick, which is possible. Next up, glass cleaner. I'm so tired.